This is Karin Monster-Peters. She's a psychologist, life coach, and energy healer. She's got a master's degree in psychology, and she's certified in various forms of hypnosis.
With any type of hypnosis is the willingness.
Yeah.
That's why it's good when people are like, okay, you're ready for this, right? Like, okay, you've explored everything else, you're ready. Exactly. And I think it's the willingness. The willingness is the most important. In hypnosis training, people always love to practice with me because I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's do it. You know? Yeah. And they always want to like, oh, can I do you? Because I'm just like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. That's great. That's the difference between someone who says, I'm ready to dip my toe in. No, I want you to be ready I want you to be ready to dive in.
Exactly. You have to be just like, okay, I'm surrendering to this process, and I'm surrendering also to your process, which is something that it's also, I've actually had to stop working with clients who were just not surrendering to the process because they just said they would be just like, you know, like, well, or really fighting it, you know, fighting the process of what I'm trying to get them to go into something.
Sure.
And they just don't want to.
Yeah. On your website, you say you have so if you're interested in working with Karin, you can have or doing her programs, you've got give me a call and we can talk about it. But you said to make sure we have chemistry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's completely it. Like whether they're willing to do it or not, it's like, the chemistry, the connection is like, so if I feel I don't really connect with somebody, maybe even past life regression is for them, just not with me. I'll say, it's either, past life is not for you, do CBT, or it is for you, but just not with me because we're not vibing as much as we should be. And that's so important. And just even as a healer, I love every one of my clients. And if I, and I vibe with them and I've got great chemistry and they're awesome. And if there are people who you're just not vibing because I'm sensitive to it, and they're not, they think that you're vibing, but like, this is like, it's an okay connection, but the ideal one isn't with me and it must be with somebody else. So go find them, take your money and spend it somewhere else.
Exactly. And that is so vital because a lot of people are really just, if I'm in desperation energy, because I'm doing this for the money,
right?
Then I'm not gonna be congruent with what I'm trying to do with you.
Yeah.
And if you then fight me on something, then I'm gonna be like, no, but no, look, you have to trust the process, and that means you have to trust me.
Yeah.
And like, I would never take you somewhere that you can't go. I have a deep faith and trust in the processes that I facilitate.
Yeah.
It's also the intention that I work in. Like there's everything that we're going to do. It's exactly what your soul intended. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're going to be fighting me on every point, not going to work. And I have to be okay. Like. I trust that what's meant for me will not pass me by.
Yeah.
You're the client for me. I'm the healer, the healer for you. And otherwise I can't work with you.
Yeah.
And you have to be in integrity with that.
Absolutely. And like, you have to be sensitive to it. You have to know that it's happening. A lot of, a healer might say, oh, I had an intake form or his first session with this person and it I don't feel as good as I do after my other session, so I'll have a bath and make things better. No, you realize that I need to make a change, and you do the hard thing, which is to cut it. And I say fail hard, fail early. And not let it drag on, and be really willing to do the breakup. A lot of people in relationships, they're there because neither one of them wants to be the bad guy that pulls the trigger. But for me, if it's like, hey, this relationship isn't where it needs to be and at this time, and therefore it's not going to happen, and then, but you have to be the one who knows that and then backs it up and says it with, the courage, the clarity, and the confidence to do it, and to know that, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with them because I don't have chemistry with them doesn't make them a lesser person, and they're still awesome for somebody else, just not me, and there's no problem in that.
No, there's no shame in that. Also, as a therapist and healer, we have to be so much in integrity with chemistry.
Yeah.
Those frequencies matter, and I have to believe that because I have to be, I have to believe in what I'm doing too, right?
Yeah.
And and that belief is going to actually form that field that I'm creating for you, that you're going to be stepping into. And if it's not there, because I don't see it, because it's not really there for me, I don't see it, then I can't work with you, because I don't have that faith that I have to put you in that field that I want to create with you.
Yeah. That's great. That's one of the reasons I like doing these podcasts, because we can express our personalities the way we think and feel. And if people watch this and they're vibing, going, "Oh yeah, exactly," if you're vibing on it, contact us. And that's why we don't want to do the shallow stuff. We want to do the deep one, because once you get it done, it really works, and it's done for good.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can then look back and say, who was that person? Yeah.
If you're interested in having personal sessions or certification training in hypnosis or hypnotherapy, or regression to this life, past lives, between lives, or spirit releasement therapy, then visit my website, thepastlifeawakeninginstitute.com, for details.